right, hello everybody. Thank you for joining. I am Riley with the T Storm Chasers, and we're going to take a look at your forecast. But before we do, here is a brief word from our sponsors at Cube Portable Storage.
What are you doing?
Decluttering?
Moving? Remodeling? In need of temporary storage, emergency cleanup, or just need to declutter? Cube Portable Storage has the perfect solution. Rent your Cube Portable Storage container today.
And they got roll-off dumpsters for the other stuff. Call Cube Storage for all your moving needs.
Good afternoon, everybody. We are back for another weather video here. I am going to take a look at the radar picture, the temperatures, and then the model runs and more. So let's go ahead and jump into it. My name is Riley with T Storm Chasers, and we're going to jump into this video. So first, let's take a look at the radar picture. And as you can see, the only shower activity we have going on right now is up in the far northeastern part of South Dakota into western Minnesota. So kind of up near Sisseton, near Watertown, and then over into Minnesota, near Morris and Alexandria, Minnesota. Other than that, it is dry out there, and it's a hot one out there at that. Temperatures in the 80s and low 90s out there. It is a hot day out there, a very summer-like day, as we are about a week and a half from the official start of summer. But today is definitely a summer-like day out there. Very warm out there. I'm sure a lot of you are enjoying it and probably using the pools out there. But yeah, so that is the latest there on the radar picture. Again, just that far northeastern corner of South Dakota into western Minnesota is where we have those light rain showers. Taking a look at our latest temperatures, we have, again, it's hot out there, it's sunny, not a lot of wind out there, and temps 88 right now in Brookings, turn that off, 88 in Sioux Falls, 91 in Mitchell, and then 88 in Aberdeen, and then out west even warmer, 93 right now in Rapid City, 88 in Spearfish, 82 in Buffalo, 91 out in Pierre, and then down into Nebraska, 80s to low 90s, 91 in Valentine, 86 in North Platte, 88 in Grand Island, and 84 in Omaha. And then into Iowa, a little bit cooler, low to mid 80s, even a couple 70s, 81 in Des Moines, 84 in Spencer, 79 in Mason City. And then in Minnesota, 70s and 80s, 75 in the cities, 88 in Marshall, and 75 in St. Cloud and Rochester. So again, this is where the warm is, the warm air, and again, South Dakota, Nebraska, mainly, then farther south as well. But that is the latest there on your current conditions. Let's hear a brief word from our new sponsors at CE Construction.
From roofing to siding, CE Construction is setting the standard across North and South Dakota. Our expert team delivers quality, durability, and trust on every project. CE Construction, Dakotans helping Dakotans with their roofing and siding needs. Call or visit us online.
Hey guys, so let's take a look at the latest from the SPC. This is your severe weather outlook for our area. And starting out west here, as you can see, there is that area shaded in green there, northwest of Rapid City, for a marginal risk of severe weather. That's a level 1 out of 5. And then farther to the east towards the Sioux Falls area, northeastern Nebraska, southeastern South Dakota, far southern Minnesota, and then into Iowa, there's that marginal risk of severe weather. This is for tomorrow. Now there is a slight chance of thunderstorms that could turn severe, and this does include Sioux Falls. So that is that area shaded in green. That's again for tomorrow. Main threats being some small hail up to like dime quarter-sized hail, and 60 to 70 mile per hour wind gusts. So that is your threats for tomorrow. And then on day 3, there is another risk for severe weather. This is for Thursday, and Nebraska eastern, southeastern South Dakota, Minnesota, and northwestern Iowa is impacted there. O'Neill, Grand Island, North Platte, Sioux City, Sioux Falls, Marshall, Minneapolis, all included in that level 1 out of 5 marginal risk for severe weather on Thursday. And again, main threats are going to be hail and wind. So that is your severe weather outlook there for tomorrow and Thursday. So be sure to be plugged in on the forecast, and be sure to be with T-Storm Chasers. We'll provide you guys updates as we get them. As we look at the latest model run, play this out for you guys. And today, dry conditions again. Not seeing anything for today. Tonight, there could be some isolated showers out in the west. And then tonight, there could be some showers up in northeastern South Dakota there, and then into western South Dakota. That will continue to move east, and again, you got that scattered rain overnight across South Dakota, Minnesota, and then that will continue into tomorrow afternoon, and then we'll start to see thunderstorm development in southeastern South Dakota into Minnesota there, as you can see by tomorrow afternoon, even into Iowa. Some isolated, scattered thunderstorm activity there, and looks to move towards the Sioux Falls area after 4 o'clock in the afternoon. So, and then towards the evening, that will expand into Minnesota and Iowa, as well as eastern South Dakota there. And the rain will continue overnight. Still showing that rain, thunderstorm activity across South Dakota, Nebraska, Minnesota, and Iowa. It's really our whole quad state region there. And then as we expand a little bit on this, let's look at the European model, the latest there. And as we run this out, again, still paints kind of a similar picture for tomorrow. Again, that thunderstorm activity there for southeastern South Dakota mainly. And then, more Thursday, another round of thunderstorm activity, as you can see there. Some pretty robust activity, and then that will move east into Minnesota and Wisconsin, and then move out of our area there by Friday. So Friday looks calm and dry. Not really seeing anything there on Friday. And then Friday night, there could be another hit of some thunder activity in northwestern South Dakota, and then by Saturday morning, maybe across central South Dakota, more thunderstorm activity, and then that'll dissipate. And then on Saturday, again, dry weather in store there. Not really seeing much on the radar picture on Saturday. And then once we get towards Saturday night, could be another round of thunderstorms in southwestern South Dakota into Nebraska, and then that will quickly fade away. And then by Sunday, things will dry out again. We're not really seeing much there on Sunday. But then Sunday night, more thunderstorms developing in Nebraska, and that will move east. And then another round up in North Dakota that will slide south, looks like, into northeastern South Dakota, western Minnesota. And then it continues to move south towards the Brookings area, maybe over towards Minneapolis. There, that is Monday morning, Sunday night into Monday morning, and then eventually probably going through Sioux Falls. Again, this is if this model run plays out like this, which, again, models change a lot, so it's not really a for sure thing. It's just, it just paints a picture and gives you guys an idea of what you can expect over the next few days. And then by Monday, this thunderstorm activity looks like hanging around western South Dakota on Monday. That is June 16th. And then that'll be kind of the end of that. And, we'll see what happens after that. Taking us out a week out next Tuesday. This is 1 week out from today. And it does show another round of possible thunderstorm activity in Minnesota and eastern South Dakota, Sioux Falls included, and then in Nebraska as well. So that is the latest thinking there. Now let's go ahead. I want to look at the temperature outlook now. And as we play this out today, it's a hot one. I mean, we got 80s and 90s in the forecast today. It's pretty hot out, and then we'll cool down after today a little bit. will be in the 70s and 80s tomorrow. With a few exceptions, there could be some 60s around Brookings into Minnesota. And then on Thursday, 60s and 70s again, maybe a few 80s farther to the south. For the Sioux Falls area, will be around 70 to 75 degrees on Thursday. And then on Friday, 60s and 70s again in our area, near 70 in Sioux Falls, mid-70s out west, and then 80s farther down south into southeast Nebraska and southern Iowa there. And then on Saturday, 70s and 80s for most of us, a few 60s around near Watertown, the cities, but then we got more 80s out west into the Rapid City area, into Nebraska there. And then on Sunday, warmer weather returning. Looks like by the end of your weekend, June 15th, low 80s in the Sioux Falls area, some low 90s out west, and then some 70s farther to the east in Minnesota and Iowa. And then by Monday, we'll warm back up here, back into the 80s and low 90s. So looks like our next warm-up of more summer-like weather is going to be next Monday. Upper 80s in Sioux Falls there. And then by next Tuesday, this is a week out, there you go. You got 80s and 90s once again in the forecast. So that is the latest thinking there according to that European model, showing you guys the latest temperature outlook. Things up here, taking a look at your 10-day forecast for the Sioux Falls area. Again, a hot one today, then we'll cool back down a little bit for tomorrow. Upper 70s, overnight lows in the 50s and 60s, and then for I would say Wednesday into Thursday, there's going to be that round of thunderstorm activity there, near 80 for temps, and then for your weekend, low 80s in store. It's going to feel really nice out there. And then next week, by next Tuesday, Wednesday, again, another shot of thunderstorm activity. For the Pierre area, tomorrow, near 80, overnight lows in the 50s and 60s, and then 70s for the next couple days, Thursday and Friday there, with a mix of clouds and sun. And then for your weekend, low to mid 80s for highs, overnight lows in the low 60s, and then watching that next round for moisture there next Tuesday. And then for the Aberdeen area, we got a hot one today, and then next couple days we'll be turning cooler with rain chances there, 60s and 70s for a high, overnight lows in the 50s, and then for your weekend, 70s to low 80s, and watching that next round of precip. Looks like thunderstorm activity Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday of next week. And then for the Rapid City area, 80 tomorrow, and then 70s Thursday and Friday, overnight lows in the 50s to low 60s, and then mid 80s for your weekend, and then watching next Monday and Tuesday for that next chance of thunderstorm activity. And again, steady temps in the 70s and 80s. So that is the latest. Also, this outlook is sponsored by Black Venom Outdoors and the Gatekeeper Security and Fence. So that is the latest here from T Storm Chasers. Continue to follow us on our socials. Hope you liked this video. Give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more content just like this. Follow us on Facebook, X, Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube for more. And we'll continue to provide you guys updates as we get them. So stay safe out there, stay cool, and have a great day.